So we pulled off the road in Olympia along a while back, and I just wanted to check to make sure that the solar panels were doing okay and everything. And then as we were heading between where we pulled off and back onto the highway, we hit some sort of weird bump that really rocked the bus, and that's when the bed broke. So we went a little bit further down the road, pulled off to the side, dismantled it, and then so now we've got all the pieces of it sitting in a pile right there. And the bed is now just sitting on the floor. So when we get back, it's going to be something that I'm going to have to fix. I got to figure out how to make something stronger that can handle, more of those kinds of bumps. I thought that what we had was pretty good, but, once in a while there's going to be big speed bumps in the middle of the highway. So it's a bummer. So we got back from our first trip less than an hour ago, and the bed is a mess, just in pieces. I'm going to use these pieces that we picked up at the hardware store along the way home to make bed 2.0. Building this frame in place is a bit of a challenge. Haven't quite got that corner yet, so there's not a lot of room to maneuver. So what I'm going to have to do is actually tip it up now and then get enough clearance to stick my drill on the end so that I can marry this last piece together, and that will be our base frame. Yikes. After some gymnastics, I was able to get the last corner in. So as you can see, it's just resting on top of the old frame. So now it's time to remove the old frame and the pulleys off of it, and then attach the hardware, to the new frame. Okay, the frame is mostly ready with some added supports on the outside for the pulleys. You can kind of see why I did that. It's so we line up the cable for a straight shot up to the hook. Okay, so I got everything off the rail system. Got all the hardware neatly piled up where it needs to be. Now I'm going to take off these brackets off the old frame and put them on the new frame. Okay, so the bed frame has been reinforced all the way around, so it's 2 boards thick. They kind of stair-step together at the corners there. Hold together real nice. So it should be a lot stronger at the corners, which is where it broke when we were on the road. But I don't think that was the main problem, but if those are the weakest points, why not reinforce them? So I did. So everything is nice and solid now. Time to put those mounting brackets on. Okay, so yesterday I got pretty far. I got the rail, or the platform mounted on the rails. So now it's time to install the pulleys and the mechanism. Bedlift 2.0 is back up and running. This is the updated mechanism. Still got to finish out the platform part of it. But the other main thing that we're going to be doing is using these little anchor points at each corner here. Because the reason the bed broke last time was that this back room bucks a lot. There's nothing preventing the bed from bouncing up. So as we were hitting some bumps, the entire bed was just jumping off of those bolts and off of the tension from the cables, and it was just slamming down each time that we kind of hit a bump. You hit some bad bumps, and the whole thing just broke. By using these anchor points on the corners and then hooking to that bolt down at the bottom there, it'll effectively tie down the bed. Alright, so I'm under the bed lift now, and I wanted to point out a couple of differences between this one and the last one. I added some reinforcements on the corners And then up here I made a bigger hole for the cable so that there's clearance for this bracket, so it goes in pretty far. Also, these bolts go all the way through the two pieces of wood, so it is held in with washers and nuts, which is much more secure than what I had before, where it was just screwed into the wood. And there are two beams on the outside all the way around, and then in the corners here I also have the tie downs, and the tie downs are going to be used for anchoring to that bottom bolt when it's down in the down position, and that should prevent a lot of the vibration and bouncing that broke the last bed. So in the first version I used brad nails. This version I'm using screws. I screwed in everywhere that I possibly could, because the brad nail one I was able to just pull apart with my hands. I'm not so sure it was really structurally adding anything. This, I think, will be a little bit more structurally sound. I did a little bit more in the corners so that there's kind of a sandwich of plywood holding those corners together. And yeah, so that's how we have it set up. I'm just going to do some cleanup and then we'll throw the mattress on. Okay, so the bed is back in order. I hung out on it yesterday, and yeah, it's nice and comfy. Feels secure, solid. So I will demonstrate the tie down method momentarily. So just to recap, the reason the bed broke in the first place was because we were driving down a road that was kind of rolly, and the whole back bedroom here is behind the rear wheels. There's about 10 feet, 12 feet, something like that, of space behind the rear wheels. So when we hit those rolly things, the back of the bus is kind of bouncing. And I'm sure that if you've ever sat in the back of a bus going down a bumpy hill, you felt it. So as it was bouncing, the bed was bouncing on its rails, kind of going up and down the rails and kind of rolling like this, and bam, bam. Every time that it did that, it would make the bouncing worse. And if we hit just the right frequency of rolls in the road, which we did, it just got really bad. So it went bam, bam, and it kind of kept bouncing like a trampoline until it got up really high, came crashing down, and broke to pieces. Okay, so the bed is now set at its artificial minimum height. I put a bolt right here that the bed rests on to prevent it from going any lower. If I took the bolt out, it could go all the way to the floor. But I like this height because when I'm on the bed, I can look out the window. It's perfect height for that. And so we've got this strap here, and it's really just as simple as hook it on and pull it tight. And that's not coming off. So, I mean, you can mess around with it a little bit more, make it tighter if you need to, but it's really not going to come off. And there's one of those at each corner. So I'll hook those on now, and then I'm ready to go down the road. So that's it for the bed. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me somehow through Instagram at DIY Skoolie, or leave comments on this YouTube video.